Hey guys, this is Chris, and excuse me, I just woke up, but figured I'd just do this and get it out of the way. As usual, when I get up, the first thing I do on my days off is I'll check Facebook posts, and I'll check comments from my YouTube channel, and every day you're seeing the constant problems that people are having after they've done the update to the Zino controller. This is the HT016B, and after they've done this update, they can't connect. So I've been watching all these posts. I've messaged with people, I've worked with other people trying to help them, and I keep taking notes and just seeing what other people have found and stuff like that. And really, the only answer to success that I have seen is those who were doing it incorrectly and figured out how to do it properly. So I figured I'm going to go ahead and just do a video one more time doing an update on this. This is my new one. If you watch my video, my last weekly update, I've got another new Zino, and this one hasn't been updated, so let's update this one. But ruling out the ones that did it wrong, I've read all the ones that, through the comments and everything, I have to believe they're doing it right. Everything people are suggesting to them, everything I suggest to them, they're claiming that they are doing it exactly this way. They're showing pictures, videos, and things like that lead me to believe they are totally doing it the right way. So let's just go ahead and do the update just to make sure, because on my original update video there were some things I did not make clear as far as like confirming the update and stuff, or confirming the burn and stuff like that. Which isn't a big deal, because you're doing the burn, it says successful. Basically you're assuming it went okay if you don't confirm it, and in most cases it's fine, it goes through just fine. But yes, one thing I did not do is confirm it, so that's what we're going to do in my video, and it is something you should do, just instead of assuming. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got it pretty much fully charged, almost all the way charged. And like I did before, I just take a screwdriver and wedge it in here, just so I have a little more room to get to these pins. And we all know the different methods. You've got your little jumper, which I pulled out of an old desktop computer that I have in storage down in my basement, and I find these, they fit, but they fit loose, and I can put it on there and you'll hear that connection break if I just barely bump it. So unless you have one that fits perfectly, goes on nice and snug, not loose like this one, I don't recommend these. Only if you feel it go on there and give a little bit of a pushback, meaning that it's going on snug. So that's one method. If you have one that's the correct size, that's great. We know this is not the method to go. Hubsan confirmed this by making a new revised video on doing the update, not using this. Instead, they're using a JST jumper, and the one I have is too big. You need the mini. It's a micro JST. I think it's like 1.5 millimeter or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact size. I hunted and hunted through all my stuff, and I don't have one that I can spare. Any one that I have is attached to something I need, so I'm not going to cut it. And then, like I said, in my other video, we have the alligator clips. They will grab and hold, but like I said, you should probably file it down to a nice flat surface. If you have a little smaller alligator clip, it works even better, because these barely get in there. And then I crumbled up a piece of aluminum foil. I just cut a piece of foil, tin foil, aluminum foil. I rolled it up and I pushed it over the 2 pins. That worked perfect for me. It worked perfect for others. It's pretty simple because you don't have to make anything, you don't have to buy anything. Everybody has foil at home. But then another person, a member of mine, he just pointed out that he folded his in half, kept folding it in half several times till the thickness was just right for him to slide it in between the 2 pins with some snug grab to it. So we're going to try that one with this update. So I'm going to put the foil in the pins. Here's your pins, if you can see that. It's hard to tell, but I'm going to slide the foil between those 2 pins, and I'm in. So real simple. Put the foil in there directly between the 2 pins on this side. On the left you have 5 pins, and you have 1, 2, the very first 2. That's where you put your foil between those 2. So that's in there and connected. So now we're going to hook up the USB cable. It's already connected to the computer, and it helps when you put it in the correct way. We should see some lights flash. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to turn on the controller, but we're going to go to the computer. Well, I'll go to the computer after I turn on the controller. I think you can understand. But we need to go into the folder, and well, I'll just show you. Go into the computer screen. Okay, so going to the computer, when you open up the Hubsan Zino firmware file or folder, you're going to have all these other folders, every single one of them zipped. Make sure you extract the folder. So we're going to extract all, extract, and then you have to do that for each individual one, but we're just doing the folder for the controller. So you open that folder up, and you want to go to Tools. Guess what? You have to extract that. Extract. So go to your Update Tools, and then go to USB driver. Make sure you install your driver. So I'm just going to double click that. I've already installed it once. And if you get a pop-up screen asking you if you want to allow it from this unknown publisher, just click yes. And then you get the install wizard, which downloads it to the location. Agree to the location or choose a new location, and click install. So first thing it does is extract, and then we're going to be installing. And click next here, and mine went very quickly because I've already got it installed. So we click finish, and we're done with that. So let's go to the updater, and there it is right there. Right click it, run as administrator. You don't have to do it this way, but this is how I do it. You can simply double click it, and I get this Windows protection every time I run this program, so I just click run anyway, and we want to click yes, and we got my screen face here. There we go. So it opens up, and it's got a timer when you do it. I'll show you again just because we were distracted by that one screen. So you right click, run as administrator, click yes, and then I'm going to turn this off. This auto continue, which is a countdown. But you don't need to, you're not going to mess with anything here. You're not going to mess with any of this. You're just simply going to let it automatically connect if you have this checked off, or you're going to click continue, and then the tool opens up. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my controller. I'll show you. We have the tool open. We're connected. We have the jumper connected. We're going to turn on the controller. You hear the beep on the computer and the beep here on the controller. So now let's go back to the computer and we're going to do the update process. So now we're in the tool, we're connected, turned on, everything is done. We've done all the steps correctly. We're going to click this reconnect up here because it says disconnected. So click reconnect. We got several weird beeps there, and now it says reconnect green, so that's a green light go. Now if you notice here, this is where I think some people make a mistake. It says image name 970 blah blah blah. It's already in there, and you need to go and open it and pull it from the download folder itself. So let's go to the download folder, and there it is. I'll just show you inside the folder where the file is. If we go back to the beginning here, go back to the transmitter controller, and then go to where it shows the version 0.1.6, and there you have the image. Double click that or single click it and then click open, and then it's put in there. So it looks exactly the same. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but you should go to the folder and pull the file and extract it yourself and place it here. Under image data or image type data, there's nothing you do here. You can click on that, it does nothing. Image encrypt, it does nothing if you click enable, and then you do nothing here. It's very simple. The only option you have is to extract the folder or the file from the folder and put it in here yourself. So once you've done that, we can go and click burn. So that's what we're going to do. All this other stuff is dead. This is your only option. Click burn. Do you want to, or do you confirm this operation? Okay. And we're gonna burn. Burn, baby, burn. So it'll take a little bit of time here. And I'll probably edit this out until we get towards the end. Okay, we're reaching the end now, and burn successfully. Now in my first video I clicked this and we exited the tool and everything was fine with mine, but just because everybody is having problems and some have been doing it wrong, we're going to do the verify. So now that we've got a burn successful and it's all done, you'll see you're able to click on this now. So if you click verify, it runs through and verifies. Now in this verify process, I don't know that anybody's ever had one that didn't pass. I myself haven't. Now I have 3 of these, and this is my 3rd update, and I've not had any issue where I have not passed the verification after a burn. So I don't know if that's an issue for some people, but it very well could be. So we passed. It says verify OK. And then that's it. You don't have any other options after that. We burned it, we verified it, and you can click exit first, or you can simply turn off the controller. There is no order to that, but you do want to make sure you remove the jumper once you are done with the update. So I'm going to exit the tool. I'm going to power off my controller. Let's go to the camera now. I close the tool, and now we're going to power off the controller, and we can unplug it and we can pull our jumper. Now I'm not going to go through the whole process of connecting to the Zino because for different people you get different results, obviously, because people are having a problem with it. This is my third one, like I said, and so far I've been fine. The only thing I can come to is that it is device related. So with this new update, maybe it's just not compatible or caught up to the device you were using prior to the update. And unfortunately, I don't have the firmware files for you to flash back to what you used to have, so I can't test that theory. But it's just my guess that it's device related. There's nothing wrong with your controller. I did look at my controller versus the first controller I had. Internally, everything's the same. It's just outside. On the original, these buttons were all printed, and the camera was printed, and the video was red on these buttons. Now there's nothing printed. That was the only difference between controllers. Internally, the parts all look exactly the same. So I was thinking that maybe earlier models had an issue with a difference in the controller, but just based on inspection, I don't see that. So I think it's device related. Hubsan did just put out a app update. Maybe that will be everybody's fix. I don't know because I haven't touched the update. I don't know if the update's out for iOS and Android or just one. But when a app update just says bug fixes, and I haven't tested it prior like I used to test things for Hubsan, I don't update. So if I just read bug fixes with specific companies, I don't make the update. So I have not updated my app. I use right now, I do have an Android tablet. I have not tried that since updating this. I've been using my iPhone 8 Plus on the latest iOS firmware, and everything works fine. If you're running Android and you're on the latest version of Android and it's not working, that may be the problem. If other people are using Android, the same device as you, and they say theirs works, one recommendation I would ask is, or I would tell you to ask that person what version, Android, what operating version they're using. That could be the whole difference right there. So there is no other way to do this update. It's not hard. And I'm telling you, using the tinfoil is very easy. Everybody's got it. You don't have to run out and buy something unless you don't have tinfoil. But especially folding it in half and sliding it between the pins, it's much easier to put in there. It's much easier to take it out. You don't need to take a pair of tweezers like I did in my first update video and fiddle around and pull it out. So my main point in doing this video is just to be more specific and showing you the verification process and showing how it passes. And other than that, There's nothing else to it. Make sure you extract the file, put that file in the folder yourself, in the tool folder, and do your burn, verify it, and then you can turn off your controller or close the tool first. That doesn't matter what order you do it. And remember to pull out your jumper. So that's it. I don't know what else to say about this problem that people are having, other than I think it is possibly device related. So any of you that were unclear about how to do the update, hopefully this helps. And it's a little more detailed than my first one, and hopefully you'll be able to get through it successfully and make that connection. When you hook up your device and you put in your cable and make that connection, it's great. If you hook up the cable and turn on your device and you can't make that connection, but you can make it with your phone by itself, the problem is something related with, I think, device and controller. The controller is what's been updated, and that is what stopped you from connecting while plugged in with your phone. But you can take your phone and go right into your phone's Wi-Fi settings and connect directly to the quad with the app. That tells you basically everything's okay with the quad. Just remember, if you do that, you will have shorter range. Don't go try to throw it out to the full maximum range. You're not going to have the amount of range, or you shouldn't have the amount of range, and you'll have to fly with the virtual sticks. You won't use the controller at all. But my main point in telling you that is, when you hook up your device with the dongle, the cable, and you can't make that connection within the Hubsan app, this is where the problem is. The problem is within your device and controller. That's my opinion. So again, I hope it helps, and I'm sorry for all you guys that are having a problem. If this turns out to be a operating system issue, I guess we can look forward to either another update with this, or more app updates, or maybe this new update solves the problem. I don't know. So give it a shot, and good luck. And if you have not done the update, you might want to just wait and see what answers we get, because so far there are no answers. People are just kind of guessing like I am. So I hope this helps. Click that thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, and get notified whenever I throw some new content at you. Thanks, and take care.